I fought in a 24-hour war in Armored Core Last Raven. We're going to shoot down enemy planes, defeat bosses in 1v1 battles, create our own custom AC builds, and fail missions multiple times because after all, this is one of the hardest Armored Core games ever made. And this war is between two sides, the red team and the blue team. You can either pick a side or you can take missions from both sides. So let's begin. Our first mission is going to be from the red team. They want us to destroy some intruders in the city center. The problem is, I don't know what kind of enemies will be there. It could be easy or it could be a difficult boss fight.
The intruders are on the move. Make sure none of them escapes.
The red team is actually known as Vertex. It was started by a dude called Jacko. He's scared that the blue team is too powerful. If they aren't stopped, they will destroy the world. In fact, 6 months ago, they did exactly that. They activated an ancient facility that released a bunch of suicide drones that heavily damaged the world and killed the main character in Armored Core Nexus.
Mission successful.
That was an easy mission, right? Wait, is that Zenaida? She's one of the most powerful bosses in the game.
So quiet. Am I too late? Who was here?
Oh, thank goodness. It was just a cutscene. We aren't gonna fight her, but we are gonna fight someone else in the next mission. To make this fight even harder, I'm going to continue with this build even though it is not made for 1v1 battles. Her name is Principal, and she is part of the blue team. After the unmanned attack, corporations were weakened. Instead of competing, they decided to join together into one group called Alliance and quickly took over the world. The same way these missiles are quickly destroying that AC. I did not expect the missiles to be this effective. The EO core even attacked one of the helicopters for me. Unfortunately, these tactics will not work for the next mission. We are finally doing our first bit of Armored Core customization. We are going to be ditching the missile arms and swapping to some bazooka arms. We will also equip the most powerful laser cannon in the game. Now this next mission is going to be from Vertex. Are you starting to notice a pattern?
Head to the facility and clear out all enemy forces you encounter. By chance you're able to locate their commander, make the elimination of this target your priority.
Let's begin the mission. These guys are jamming my FCS. I can't aim. I guess I'll have to eyeball these bazooka shots. If I knew they'd be jamming my FCS, I would have brought an extra radar. I hope I didn't waste too much time there, otherwise the commander might just get away. Did you see that grenade? If that thing hits me, my AC will catch on fire and lose a ton of health. So I have to shoot these guys before they can get even one shot on me. Also, if these guys explode while I'm right next to them, they can damage my AC, and these weapon arms are extremely fragile, so if they break, I'll have to restart the whole mission. I hope you noticed why I didn't bring missiles for this mission. It's just way too tight, and the missiles would just slam into the wall. Oh yes, we got them. Now here's where you'll see the laser cannon become super handy.
All targets destroyed.
Now check out this email. I wonder what this rimfire dude is talking about. For this next mission, I had to take a job from someone I don't like. Can't we all relate? Now if you guys subscribe to the channel, I can stop working this job I don't like and give you guys even more Armored Core content. Thank you for watching this far into the video. Now if you played the other endings of the game, you'll be aware that it's actually from Kisaragi specifically. And they seem really secret about what they have inside of this facility. So we first need to take down a bunch of MTs. I'm hoping to get a glimpse at this experiment they are running. This is our first time in an elevator in this video. Who's that? Let's finish them off with these bazookas. Nice. This next mission will be our first outdoor mission in a long time, and we need lots of preparation for it. Back to the shop, this time with a different build. I'm downgrading to the very first radar that we get in the game. I'm also switching to dual worms because you can fire 2 sniper shots without reloading, so I took it for a test drive. I wasn't so happy with the performance, so I took it back to the shop and picked up an RS3 with a golem, which gives me extra ammo just in case I need it for a boss fight. Now we start the mission. I found a problem. My energy drain is just way too much and we won't make it through the whole mission. I had no choice but to quit. You'll be surprised to learn that Armored Core isn't just about piloting these giant mechs. You also have to customize them and tinker with them to get the perfect performance out of them for whatever purpose you need. So this time I decided to go for a very reliable dual assault rifle setup with ghasts. What I'm about to say is very ironic. I swapped my weak but very energy efficient boosters for something more powerful that consumes much more energy, and funnily enough, that actually improved the energy consumption. We can only choose between Vertex missions for now. This next mission has us taking down a massive squad of helicopters. I don't understand why they still use helicopters in this Armored Core universe.
Shoot down anything you see.
The goal is to ensure none of these helicopters make it past the dam. If even one gets past, this mission will be a failure. They come in big groups, so having weapons that fire at a quick rate helps a lot. Now these helicopters aren't from Alliance. Instead, they are from an independent warlord. Some people don't want to work for the big guys. They want to run their own mini militaries instead. Pro tip, if you're further back in this level, helicopters will spawn in and damage the facilities. So if you're trying to get the best rank possible for this mission, try and stay on the dam wall or above the water, so the helicopters will spawn far away from the facilities.
It's over. The mission was a success.
Now for this next mission, we need to complete it as fast as possible, otherwise we are dead. In this mission, we'll be doing lots of platforming, so I'm going to switch to the fastest AC I have in my garage. We've got only 5 minutes to get rid of all the bombs in this level. This is the map, and we'll need it a lot in this mission. Not all ACs have this map functionality built in, so you need to make sure your head part has the auto map function in order to use this. So let's run through this door first, straight through to CO1 and up this elevator. This mission is the ultimate puzzle inside of Armored Core Last Raven. You have to get close to the bomb and press the left arm weapon button, the same one you use to open doors. If you're not close enough, you can accidentally shoot and ruin the mission. Don't ask me how I know. I think you're supposed to shoot these enemies because I didn't shoot a single one of them and my mission rank suffered a lot. This mission requires a different skill set compared to the average Lost Raven mission. I'm having to use the map to figure out how to get everywhere. I have to remember which doors I already went through, etc, etc. If I hadn't already done this mission a dozen times before, I would have failed.
All charges disabled. Mission successful. No equipment was damaged. That went perfectly.
We finished. Now this next mission includes a very big surprise. Alliance is offering us a mission? We've been helping Vertex the whole time. Have they not taken note of that? I'm taking my fastest AC for this mission. I'm gonna drop in the Pixie 2, the weapon with the most ammo in the game. 1,000 rounds. Let's begin. Seems pretty chill for now. The Pixie 2 just demolishes these targets. Oh, I've never seen these yellow MTs before. Oh, not my arms. I'm straight up just hiding behind these walls to avoid these missiles. We never know what kind of enemies lie ahead. Wow, that is quite the explosion. Oh no, that thing does so much damage. You can see my right arm sparking right now. A cutscene. An AC?
Seems you've been doing well. Too bad you were tricked.
Wow, Alliance trying to kill me? What a surprise.
What's he talking about? Take him down.
If you've played any other AC game, you know just how ruthless these corporations can be. I have to avoid the grenade launcher at all costs, especially since I've already lost half my health.
I'll show you what I can do. I need backup right now. I'm not
Such comedic timing for these voice lines. It was at this point my screen kept freezing, but my recording was fine. I couldn't hear anything on screen, but I was very surprised when I heard this. It turns out these grenade launchers demolished my legs while I was blind, and before I knew it, I had failed the mission. You have a game over screen when this happens. You can either rewind to the start of the day or just to the previous mission. I had to do the whole thing again. This time I started the fight with more health. I destroyed fake Shinobi again. But this time, I did the required dodging to beat these grenade launchers.
Something's wrong. You shouldn't hang around. Let's head back.
This mail tells us that there's some suspicious weapons going around. If you play any of the other endings of the game, you actually fight these. Here's a description of those enemies we fought earlier. The next mission is cool, because depending on which side you choose, you're either attacking or defending the place.
The enemy has dispatched a contingent of unmanned units to destroy the reactor core. There are less than 12 hours to go before we launch our attack.
This mission is perfect for sniping, so I'm gonna equip dual worms again. Hopefully this time, the low ammo is not an issue. The hover extensions make this mission super easy. I just sit in one place, rotate the camera around, and shoot these bugs right off my shaft. Easy S rank. Also, here's what one of the suspicious weapons look like. It's called a pulverizer, and if you want to see me fight it, I've already done a video on it before. Now this next mission is going to be really difficult, and I struggled a lot throughout it. They want us to intercept a squad of fighters and bombers. The first problem that I faced has to do with builds. My first AC is too slow and can't keep up with aerial targets, so I tried another AC, but the bullet spread on this machine gun is way too large, so it takes way too much ammo to take down one target. The range also means I need to fly very high in the air just to get within shooting distance. After taking down one bomber, I decided to go back to the drawing board, so I tried another build. I equipped the Kinaras, a micro missile with 700 range, which is plenty. I put in the RM3 extension so we get even more missiles per shot and switched back to the missile arms. My back weapon was swapped to the Garyon 2 since it has double the ammo, and we go for attempt number 2. The missiles were an improvement, but we're still using way too much ammo. I then used the Garyon laser cannon to take down the bomber. I was disappointed that I needed 2 shots to kill, and you also need to stay on the ground while shooting. This makes it difficult to dodge enemy fire. That bomber got away.
Unit got past. Stay alert.
My AP is getting pretty low.
Be careful. They just deployed MTs.
Dang, they're jamming my radar in FCS. Now I'm just a sitting duck with no way to fight back. It's not looking too good. We're out of Kinaras, so we're using the missile arms now. With 1800 AP, I don't think we'll make it.
Deployed more MTs.
That is not what I want to hear. He got away.
Hold them back.
Can't you see that I'm struggling here, Sheila?
Please respond.
Well, this is a failure. Back to the garage. This time I decided to experiment with a railgun. They've got great range and the bullets travel super fast. I also equipped the Hydra missiles along with a Golem sniper. Take note of how the railgun needs to charge up before firing. I put in the Siren 3 radar thanks to its very high ECM score. I don't know why I used a machine gun again. We've still got the same problem. The railgun does a good job though. Man, these fighter jets are as annoying as flies. I failed the mission by walking out of the boundary. Oops.
Sorry. Let's head back to base.
I decided to try a burst rifle. This one fires 3 rounds at once, which should help us take down these jets very quickly. You can see how it's doing a much better job. Camping on the roof is not a bad strategy. Thanks to the Siren 3 radar, I can actually shoot these MTs. Unfortunately, the fighters did a number on my AP, so I'm camping under the building. That didn't work.
Stay alert.
Finally, I settled on this AC. All I did was put a sniper on the left arm. So I sniped the jets out of the sky and unleashed the missiles onto the bombers. That's it for the sniper, so we'll drop it and the Pixie 3 takes care of these MTs.
Flawlessly.
Finally, now this next mission, it's a little weird. Jacko wants us to get rid of his right-hand man.
There's no doubting his guilt, though. He must be punished.
He apparently betrayed him, so I'm taking my 1v1 build for this one.
It's him. Kill the traitor. What's going on?
He seems a bit confused by this. I hope Jack hasn't set me up. Not gonna lie, bro, this feels a little fishy.
Why?
You did it.
We only need those who are truly strong. Forgive me.
So he made us murder him because he's not good enough. That's weird. Even Ed Vise thinks this is weird. 6 Ravens remain and Evangel is still missing. I wonder what's going on with him.
We've just received word of an enemy AC that has breached. It seems Alliance is becoming more desperate as the planned attack time nears. There's no need to let the AC reach its objective before engaging. One of our advanced bases will do just as well. I'm sending you because I'm confident in your abilities. Make sure the enemy understands the consequences of interfering with my plans.
This sounds like another 1v1 fight, so I will prepare accordingly. Is that Evangel? Interesting, so he's still alive. We will drop the missiles to reduce weight and commence the battle.
There's your target. Take him down.
Evangel's biggest threat is that linear gun he's using right now. It can stun you real hard. I'm doing a zigzag motion to throw off his aim. The worst part is that he's using a cheat called Human Plus. We, the player, don't have access to it.
How is it possible?
Imagine being a self-proclaimed dominant, but still losing to a guy who isn't cheating. A dominant is basically Armored Core's version of an alpha male. I don't know how that blade hit didn't count, but okay.
No way is this good.
You know what that means? You're a beta male, Evangel.
You won.
She seems way too excited.
I appreciate what you've done. The weak can't be trusted.
Jack's always mentioning something about strength.
What's Jack up to?
The menu music has changed. Sounds like something you'd hear in a horror movie. It's 4 AM right now, and we've been up for 20 hours straight. It's kinda difficult to pilot an AC while you're tired. As we get closer to the end of the 24 hours, every mission matters more than the last. Safeguard industrial area. This next mission has us defending the city center against Alliance forces. I imagine that they're getting desperate now, so I don't expect this to be an easy fight. Old Nair district is a very tight area, so I'm looking to get legs that have a good turning speed. We're going to pick up the Vixen legs, which are apparently a faithful recreation of Stinger's AC from the early Armored Core games. I gave them a little test run and I think I'm ready. I've played the other endings of this game and the defenses here are very powerful.
The enemy already has units inside. Clear them out.
An AC? He's got one of them, but not all of them.
You're too late. One of us isn't leaving here. I think it's you.
Guess we'll be fighting a headless chicken.
That AC could be a problem.
This place is so tight, I completely forgot how to fight here. The small lockbox isn't helping at all. Juister's got a slug gun that has insane heat damage and easily breaks parts. My legs are very fragile, so I have little hope that they'll make it through the whole fight. Oh, there they go. My turning speed will be much worse now. Yes, there we go. The mini explosions actually damaged my AC there.
They're sending in more units.
That's bad news. My AC is falling apart right now. Oh, they got the ECM jamming as well. Let's take care of this dude. Now my lockbox is gone, so I'm eyeballing it. I'm almost out of ammo and don't even have a blade. Nice. Bye-bye, legs. They didn't even last one mission. I'm just gonna hide here while I drop my weapon. Thankfully, we have that spare handgun. Now where are these dudes? There he is. It's aiming at the wrong guy. I'm missing these shots. Oh, there it is. Yay, the ECM is gone. There's another one?
They didn't stand a chance against you.
My legs beg to differ.
Nice work, Raven.
Alliance has launched an airborne force. Sounds like we'll need to prepare for another air mission. I'm back on the default legs. If your legs break in this game, you have to buy them again. The complete destruction of Alliance's tactical unit has been confirmed. Now all that's left are the remaining forces belonging to their headquarters. Given their desperate situation, they are sure to send all of them against us at once. Almost everyone is dead except for Jacko, the leader of Vertex, Mumu, who ran the helicopter squad from earlier, Rimfire, the guy who tried to trick us early in the game, as well as Crow and Zenaida, that girl we saw in the beginning. Let's watch the mission briefing so we know what to bring.
Raven, we need your assistance one last time. There's a large Alliance airborne force headed towards Versus Highland. It looks like they're trying to make one last stand. We are so close to achieving complete victory. Opportunities like this cannot be squandered. Head to the operation area and destroy the enemy force. Your targets are desperate, so be prepared for anything. Please help us put an end to Alliance's resistance once and for all. Good luck.
I'm bringing the Permaflight build. I'm dual-wielding ghasts and switching to the C-89E core. Most importantly, because it has versus MG response, which means it'll defend us against enemy missiles. It also has Exceed Orbit, which will shoot at the enemy for us. We have to re-equip all the optional parts again. I'm also switching to these goat legs before changing my mind and trying the gazelle legs instead. Let's test it. The energy drain seems to be okay, so we can finally start with the mission that we've been building up to.
The enemy is preparing to unleash all of their remaining forces. Be careful.
The greatest benefit of these hover extensions is just how easy it makes it to dodge missiles. I found the best tactic to be to attack the fighters when they are flying directly towards me. The Leviathan. Ah, I see.
What are those things? Be careful. They're moving in to attack.
They caught me lacking and I lost 1000 AP because of that. Just like the fighters, they seem to fly in a pattern. They fly straight past you, then turn around and do it again. If it wasn't for these hover extensions, I'd have a hard time getting in range.
There's another?
What? I landed in the perfect spot.
Get ready. The target is inbound.
That was an anime level dodge right there. So many missiles. That was quick.
It's finished.
No, it's not. This is only one of the 6 final bosses that you'll fight in this game.
I wonder